Good morning and welcome to the Locker Room. Coach Ack here, and today's message is, do you have the time? This one actually could be two messages in one, so we got to focus on this. When I first put together this message, I realized that a lot of people would think it would focus on efficiency or time management. And while we've hit that in the locker room and we'll continue to revisit it, I had the more literal question in mind. Has a stranger ever stopped you on the street to ask for the time or to ask for directions? How many times have you had to stop someone when you were trying to get somewhere? I know we all have. And now think back with me for a minute. Out of all those times, how many times did the person you asked just brush you off? Or how many times did someone try to stop you and you just kept going? Chances are not very often. Most people love helping others. Even a simple act, like telling someone the time, is enough to put a bounce in the Good Samaritan step the rest of the day. Doing something for someone else, no matter how small, gives us a feeling of satisfaction that's hard to duplicate. Remember, this doesn't have to be something huge or costly, but even a gesture that shows we're trying to help someone lifts us up. Doing these things helps the person in that moment, but it also helps us. How much easier is it for us to understand and feel humility or gratitude than when we can help someone in a situation worse than ours? These are the qualities that help us live our best life. And secret to really understanding them is being willing to lend a hand when someone needs it. In The Power of Ethical Management, gurus Ken Blanchard and Norman Vincent Peale tackle this head on. They say people with humility don't think less of themselves, they just think of themselves less. So how can we get in touch with this? One of the most important things is to always be on the lookout for people that can use some help. Remember, I don't mean cruising the streets in a mask and a cape looking for trouble. I mean, we may see someone who could use a cheerful word, and we're ready to help. As some of you know, before I started my amazing career with the company I'm currently with, I was a journalist. And one story sticks out in my mind as I thought back about this message. I was at a conference early in my career and was covering legal developments in the financial services universe. As one of the speakers got started, I started taking notes, as you might expect from a journalist. Well, a few minutes in, my pen ran dry, and I can't describe the sudden feeling that overcame me. Well, without a word, a fellow reporter sitting right next to me reached into his pocket, pulled out a pen, and handed it to me. He barely even looked up. That single gesture made a lasting impact, even if it didn't on him. Since then, I've always had a few pens with me, just in case. So today, be on the lookout for someone who could use a little assist. Every time you tell someone the time or give them a pen, you may be making a bigger impact than you know. When we do this all the time, we're definitely living our best life. Thanks for joining me in the Locker Room, gang. We'll see you next time. Make it an amazing day.
Share the inspiration. The Daily Locker Room Day-by-Day Workbook makes a great gift. With daily messages and interactive exercises, your friends and family will most certainly live their very best life. Oh, and be sure you have one for yourself. Order today at dailylockerroom.com.